Is that a whole bunch of weed and marijuana?
Get your hands up right now! Oh, Jesus! Hello, so I'm Sergeant Smith with the Los Santos Police SWAT unit. I've been with the department for about 10 years now. It was a tough grind at first. I've been assigned over here to the Davis area for actually my whole career here as the LSPD. Worked my way up to a SWAT officer, then got up to sergeant, had a lot of fun, and now I'm with the SWAT unit, and I'm assigned to Davis area, and I'm assigned as a marked light unit, which basically I'm a marked SWAT officer, but I don't have a marked vehicle. It's actually a fairly low-key vehicle, not a lot of visible lights, and we're just out here to patrol and support the patrol unit when there's heavier cases, which commonly happens out here in Davis with all the gang areas and gang turf and territories and all that. So we're out here basically as a heavier, more advanced unit to assist with the patrol division. So let's go ahead and get out on patrol. As you can see above us is one of the LAPD helicopters, one of the smaller ones. They do aerial patrols around the area. It actually helps decrease crime, and so that way when crime does happen, if we need a helicopter unit, they're available to assist us. What I'm gonna do here is head up to the end of the street, right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and head down into these alleys to our side here. Gonna come down them. There tends to be quite a bit of crime that happens around here, especially down in these alleys because they're not patrolled often, they're not lit too well, not very many people in general go down. So we're just gonna head down these alleys here. Hopefully there's nothing too major happening, but you know, if there is something happening, then we should see them. Maybe get some good action. There's the helicopter coming overhead again. So if there's a shots fired call, they head to it. Any crime, they'll report it to us, and ground units will head out to investigate. As you can see, unfortunately, we also have quite a bit of trash in here. Sometimes the criminals like to do that, leave some empty trash bags just so that they can try to block off the roads, try to claim it as their turf, or just in general try to just block it off from the cops if they're planning something. So if there's a lot of trash in the road, especially in the middle of the road, you know, trying to block the road, that tends to mean that there's some crime happening in the area. Which not a lot of people might think, but, you know, that's one of the ways that they try to do it. Looks like these alleys are actually fairly empty tonight, which is good. But as you can see when we just went through them there, they don't have very many lights. So it's a fairly good dark area for them to try to hide in. But one of the advantages of being one of the more low-key units is we also do traffic enforcement actually. Though I am a SWAT officer, I do actually have a radar in both the back and the front of the vehicle that are currently running. And so I do traffic enforcement as well. But there are some advantages, you know, to using these type of vehicles, these really unmarked vehicles, is that not only does it help with traffic enforcement, but also just in general, they're less likely for the gang members or any other criminals to spot us than the standard black and white or any other law enforcement marked units around here, like the county sheriff's office, that kind of stuff. We have an advantage as an unmarked unit, especially, you know, we don't have a ram bar or any really visible lights. We have a real distinct advantage in that it's harder for them to spot us. One of these high crime areas is around here is actually Grove Street, which we're gonna go turn on to Grove Street. Gonna make a U-turn here in the good old Grove Street cul-de-sac here. It's the highest crime area in the city, actually, statistically speaking. And there's the helicopter in front of us. They tend to stick within a couple blocks of this area because of the high crime nature in this area. There's always gang members out on the street, gang cars, all that sort of stuff around here. making sure that everybody knows this is their turf. Looks like everything's fairly calm. I only saw one of the gang members on the street back there, one of the cars hanging out on. As you can see here, we got a lot of gang members walking up and down the streets here. We're going to head down this alley here. This alley, we tend to get a lot of people, a lot of druggies, that sort of stuff down this alley here. And next to us here is the Davis Mega Mall. There tends to be a lot of crime here, and as you can see, there's some evidence. Got a got a 1011 here, right in this alley. It sounds like they just dispatched us to come and assist. So go ahead and park up right behind them.
Hey, bud. Hey, buddy. You might want to get that camera out of my face before I smash its face in.
Hey, all right.
Get that camera out of here now.
I'm talking.
I don't care.
Rogers
Get the
with the
camera out of here.
Los Santos Police Department. You know why I stopped you today?
No, I don't, but
All right, you stopped you because you made that drift and driving on the wrong side of the road. Can I get license and registration?
yes, hold on, kind. There you, there
All
you
right,
go,
sir.
kind
How you
sir.
been drinking tonight?
No, I don't. I know I haven't been drinking, kind sir.
All right, sit right here for me. Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. What's your name tag say here? I don't
I
know.
don't
I
have a
can't
name
read.
tag on me. I'm a SWAT officer, but I'm Officer Smith, Sergeant Smith.
All right, Sergeant
SWAT.
Smith. You need to do me a favor and get that cameraman out of here. I do not want to be
That
on camera.
cameraman, that cameraman's working with us.
I
He's
really
way
don't
back
care. I don't want
there.
a
You don't
camera
have
on.
to worry about him. All right, you don't have
I
to
don't
worry about him.
care. I don't want a camera on.
Hey, it's fine. He's behind you. He can't even see you. All right, just
Oh,
calm
I'm
down.
gonna do this to live
Focus in
TV.
between.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
There you
yeah,
go. Live
that's fine.
TV right on there.
That's fine. But he has the right to film you, just like you have the right to flip him off.
No, he has no right to film me. Show me my rights right there.
It's in the Constitution, sir. Court has also ruled in favor of it. Anything you can see from a public place, you can also film. And he's standing on a public easement right there, public alleyway, public right-of-way, whatever you want to call it. He's on public land right now, so he's allowed to be doing this. And he's way
Okay, would you
back
like
there,
me to would you like
not
me to step
talking.
out with my car real quickly? Would you like me to step out with my car real
No,
quickly,
no,
bud?
no. Just stay in your car. Keep your hands on the steering wheel there. Keep the engine off,
No,
and
I'm
that
gonna keep
officer's just running your info.
I'm gonna keep my hands on my lap.
Don't be reaching for anything. Don't
Just
make any sudden movements.
oh, so I can't reach for my pad gum.
Uh, you can do it as long as you do it slowly.
Okay. Slowly. Oh, there it is. Slowly, bud.
Are you Canadian by chance, sir?
What's it look like there, bud?
Well, it sounds like you are, and it kind of looks like you are wearing the red and white.
Oh yeah, I even got the Mounties hat in my passengers.
Well, besides getting pulled over, how's your day been?
Well, it's been pretty terrible. My wife left me. I had to flee all the way down here to, what is this, America? I don't know, but I still live my Canadian ways.
Los Santos right now, and I'm sorry to hear that. But what do you mean you fleed? Like you just wanted
Well,
to get
I
away
didn't mean
from
to put
her?
it
Or...
that way. Nah, I just want
All
to get
right.
out of Canada. It's getting too much restricted up there with Justin Trudeau.
Oh yeah. I don't really keep up with politics too much.
If that camera comes any closer, I swear to God,
Calm down. He's behind you.
I
He
I
can't
will
even.
back this. I will turn on this
Then,
car and I'll back it up right in.
well, then you'd be arrested for assault.
How's that
So,
still? I'm pretty sure that vehicle bad.
Gotta try those donuts, dude.
Hey, it's
All right,
Ronnie again.
sir. So what
Yeah, what up?
So good, these
I'm
donuts
gonna
are.
give you citation for the driving, and I'm gonna give you another driving on the wrong side of the road.
Okay.
You're gonna get a warning for vehicle endangerment, aka drifting,
Okay, I've
after you
had
lost
it with that
control,
guy.
whatever. Hey, come here. Hey, no,
Run.
don't. All right, have your light.
hey, step out of the vehicle. Step out. Get out. Get out. Get out of the vehicle. Get
Ah,
out of the vehicle.
I'm out. I'm out. Drive. Ah, ah, fire.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Get your hands up right now. LSPD SWAT, get your hands up right now.
Are you kidding me?
All right, moving in, moving in. Watch cross. Okay, if you want to go ahead and pull them out.
He took off from you guys, huh?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I think
I
he
saw
tried to
them.
attack the
Scratched my
cameraman.
vehicle. I was passing by and he smashed into the back door of my vehicle.
I'm surprised he dodged all those shots. I really need to work.
I mean I
I
almost
was
got
more
shot
aiming
at,
for his
dude.
tires.
I was in the crossfire there. Good thing I didn't get shot at, or I didn't get shot. He did hit my vehicle though, so I got a scratch. He unresponsive.
Oh, he's not talking, I know that for sure.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Alright, sounds like we're gonna need county med.
Thanks for the roadblock.
No worries, man. Anytime.
Did you guys get all his information, like on the traffic stop?
Yeah, he's actually a Canadian citizen. I'm sure you could tell by his Mounties hat and
Yeah,
Canadian
we
flag
call it.
backpack and all that.
This is his
I
vehicle
had to
too.
put in a, I had to put in a rest.
This is a
Got a
nice
ticket
vehicle.
report.
Sucks for it to be messed up like that. Why'd he ram into you guys?
Well, I think,
I don't know.
well, I think he got mad at the cameraman, so he's mad at the cameraman, and then he found out he was getting a ticket, and I think that was the final straw, so he decided to just try to get away or maybe attack the cameraman or something.
Get your guys' vehicles?
Oh yeah, he did.
Anybody ran over or no?
No, I don't think so.
He tried running over the cameraman, so I shot him.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
gunshots were.
Yeah, I made the first shot, this first bullet wound to the, or bullet hole to the hood here, as a warning
I'm
shot,
gonna go
because
ahead
he
and
tried to back up and then he tried to come forward towards me, so I decided to open fire on him.
look around for your guys' damage on your vehicles, alright?
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the cameraman. So, that's one of the dangers of being a cameraman, you know, some people hate being on camera. So I think what happened there is he had his last straw when he decided that when the officer told him that he was getting a ticket, I think that was the guy's last straw, so he decided to come at you. So he came back at you and then started heading back towards me. Uh, so I thought he might have tried to hit me, so I made the first shot on his hood there, um, right in front of him, hopefully hoping that that might stop him, scare him. Unfortunately, it didn't, so he continued trying to ram the vehicles, trying to get away. So I opened fire, trying to get his tires and just do general damage to the vehicle, trying to hopefully scare him maybe a little bit more so he could stop. Unfortunately, he didn't, and he ended up pulling out. Luckily, the CHP officer was on him. He ended up being stopped here. Multiple uh, bullet uh, bullets were shot at the vehicle, and he ended up getting stopped here. He was unresponsive. He ended up getting taken out of the vehicle, and he was transported by EMS to the hospital. So we'll have further once the hospital gets back to us, but LAPD or the sheriff's office possibly may be out with him at the hospital. But we're gonna go ahead and clean up the scene here and get back out on patrol since looks like Tow got here already. And we have an illegally parked vehicle here. I ain't parking enforcement, but I'm gonna go in and call them out here and see if they'll want to ticket it, tow it. 1 dispatch. Could I have a patrol unit or a parking enforcement officer down to Southeast Van Carson Avenue, postal 91111 for an illegally parked vehicle running in the fire zone, also parking blocking lanes of traffic. So if I could have either a patrol unit or a parking unit cat here to this vehicle, that'd be much appreciated.
3-6 responding. Code 1.
Alright, so I got a unit down here. If you're able to hear the radio, it just said code 1, which means general response. Just driving normally, and this actually might be him right here. Alright, yep, looks like this is him. So he's probably going to end up towing the vehicle, and all that. And we're going to go ahead and get out of here after I just talked to him for a real quick second here. Hey, so as you can see, he's parking on the red curb right here, so tow zone, parking in a fire lane, and also a little bit blocking the lanes of traffic here, so.
Alright, that's fine. I'll take good care of it.
Alright, stay safe. It's kind of funny. You come out here and, you know, it goes from 1 second we're at a police chase, multiple shots fired, a suspect that ends up going to the hospital, to calling a unit out here to get some parking enforcement done. You know, it's interesting. A big vary in work. And there we go. 100 to 0 to 100 again. Got reports of shots fired at Grove Street, so we're gonna go in and head down there. Make sure everything's all good. Hopefully everything will be all good. You never know. A lot of these times these shots fired happen, and unfortunately, we can't get to the bottom of it because, you know, snitches get stitches, and the gangs really like to enforce that. And the gang members like to keep quiet. They don't want to, you know, rat out anybody. Sometimes they won't even rat out other gang members from rival gangs. No, because, you know, the threats that they get is just too immense. Just not worth it sometimes. As you can see, you know, 3 units come rolling up to Grove Street. Looks clear. So we're all spreading out again, getting back to our patrols. But it's a very saturated patrol area because, you know, crime, like I've said, is just so high in the area. We usually try to have a minimum of 3 marked officers from the LAPD and an unmarked officer from the LAPD, plus the sheriff's office. Um, you know, they tend to patrol this area a lot with their crime suppression unit. They come out here a lot, and also the Highway Patrol, the California Highway Patrol. They come out here
Delta 06, will be
from
advising
time to
flight
time.
10-2, started 1011, black lowrider.
We don't do this very often, but we're gonna go in and head down here to this maintenance and service road. Come down here into the river. Unfortunately, it's highly polluted. You know, there's a lot of trash, broken down cars, and all that that end up getting put down in the river here. Homeless camps get put up. Since I'm, you know, SWAT, I don't tend to deal with this kind of stuff, but I just want to come down here, make sure everything's all good, which looks like it is. Got nobody down here. Uh, so yeah, a lot of times what'll happen is they'll try to hide down here. Criminals, when they're trying to get away, they'll hide down here. And also, there's a lot of drug use down here. Even have a couple instances where we've had to call the lifeguard down here or the fire department to come rescue people that end up getting drowned or starting to drown, or they get trapped, or you know, get an injury down here at the river. It's a dangerous place down there, and so we don't like it when people try to run down there because there ends up being a lot of injuries. A lot of times we either have to call the lifeguard or the fire department to come help out. It's just not a good place to go. Go and make a U-turn like I just did there. Gonna go back up here. Behind us is the arena. There tends to be a lot of events up there. Uh, we tend to do patrol up there when there are events. I get stationed up there a lot because quite well, just like I know this area quite well. Tend to do patrol in the parking lots there. Police response around there. But there isn't an uh, event going on at all this week. Right here is where the Korean gang and the Chinese gangs are. They hang out in these areas. They basically own these apartments here. So I like to patrol these areas as well. The Asian gangs tend to be a little bit more careful with their crime. As you can see, a bunch of yellow cars back there in that parking lot. That's, you know, their type deal. Gangs around Grove Street tend to use purple cars. These Asian gangs tend to use yellow. They all tend to use more classic cars, you know, the cool factor, you could say, and all that. Over here, got a little storage area, got some containers and all that. I was actually called out here about a month ago, I'd say, to a person trespassing back there. We thought it'd be nothing much, nothing too serious, but turned out that it was one of the gang members was actually trying to hide some cocaine in those containers back there. So we ended up getting him, busting him for that. That was a pretty good arrest. Though I wasn't the primary officer, so I didn't end up getting the full points for that, but I was still on. That happened. Luckily, you know, they called me out there just in case, because, you know, it's a high crime area, possible gang relations. So they called me out there. It was a total of 3 of us out there. And luckily, since I'm SWAT, I ended up having my AR. And I guess that just scared them enough to decide not to try to resist. A lot of times what they'll do, especially if they know, you know, they're in possession of some pretty serious stuff, they're going to go away for a while. Usually they tend to resist. And some of them will even go down to the death for the gangs. Luckily, this guy decided to make the right decision, decided to give up. So it looks like we got a hearse over here. Looks like he may be parked on the curb here. Honestly, I'm most afraid of the Vagos. They tend to be the most uncontrolled gang. Oh, oh Jesus!
Vagos. They tend to be the most, uncontrolled gang.
All right, take cover, take cover. Oh, God damn it. Good thing I was wearing a vest there. I'm wearing a thin little vest under my shirt here. I think that saved me. Gonna go and pull to the hospital here, get checked out. God damn it, looks like I got one to the arm and one. Okay, looks like I have two to the arm. Alright, that was fairly quick. Looks like one went straight through, didn't hurt any bones or anything, and the other was a graze wound. Both of them ended up being to my arm there. So that's good. Looked like not too serious of an injury, so we can go in and get back out. And hopefully we can find this guy. You didn't end up getting hit or anything, right? You're okay? Alright, good. That's one of the dangers, man, being a cameraman. That was crazy. Just coming to check out that hearse, you know, looked like it might have been parked on the curb, and then boom, we're shot at. Luckily, it looks like the vehicle didn't sustain any. That's good. Sides to the windshield there, got a couple holes in them. Go ahead and head over to the station and switch out vehicles real quick. Go in code 2 real quick, because we want to get back out there, especially me on the SWAT unit. They're going to need me out there, especially considering that, you know, we were just shot at. I was just shot at, and you were just shot at. So we're going to go in and put it here, and grab a new cruiser. Alright, so this right here, this is one of our other SWAT vehicles, mainly SWAT vehicles, one of the more low-key units. It's a Charger, so that way we'll be a little bit faster, so if we do get in a chase with them, it'll be easier to keep up with them. Looks like it was only damage to the windshield from what the mechanic said. So hopefully the Explorer should be out soon. Just get a repaired windshield, get a new windshield. Then it should be all good, which is good. And luckily I didn't get too many serious, so I'm back out here with you. And luckily you only got hit in the vest, which is really good. Passing the fire station here. This is one of the busiest fire stations in all of Los Santos. As you can see there, it's got some of the paramedic rescue trucks. They tend to use those during mass CAS incidents, because there's a lot of shots fired and all that. They can roll those out here, so they have a lot of gear and all that. And also because it's an urban area, they can carry a lot of rescue gear. Also gear to help rescue people, like when they're in the Los Santos River, like I was talking about earlier. Sounds like we just passed car alarm, so we're gonna go and make a U-turn. All good with that. Looks like we got a car parked along here. Go ahead and investigate it. So this might be involved in the incident earlier. I don't know for sure. Broken windows and all that. Legally speaking, I can't really do much. All I can really do is call tow for it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Is go and call tow for it. and they'll get out here, tow the vehicle. And that the detectives might end up taking this. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna go and call tow. Alright, so called tow out. So they're gonna go ahead and end up towing that. And like I said, the detectives may end up doing some investigations with it. I don't know. That's up to them. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out, drive around these alleyways here, see if things, since this is near crime. Looks like he may have pulled out this alleyway here, so I'm gonna go and examine the area, see if I can find any bullets or anything. If you want to help, that'd be great. Hopefully we can find something.
Call me at the place tonight.
So I've been with the LSPD SWAT for 10 years, but before that, I spent 2 years with the Sandy Shores Police and then 3 with their detective unit. So I have some experience doing some detective work, and I just called the detective branch, and they said that I'm good to do some investigation with it. So as long as it remains in the Davis area where my patrol is, so we're gonna go and do a little bit of detective work, which is pretty unique, pretty cool. So it looks like got some tire marks here. Can't trace it to a specific store or anything. Uh, but maybe we may be able to. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture of this and send it to our forensics team and may be able to pinpoint it. Like I said, normally, I'm a SWAT officer. I don't normally do this kind of detective work, but the detectives are fairly busy, and I've had previous detective experience and all that, so they just decided it'd be good if I did it, especially since, I'm the officer that was directly involved. Makes the most sense for me to do the detective work if I have the experience and have the time and all that. So I just sent the tire marks to the forensics team. Hopefully they'll get back to me on my work phone here and they'll let me know. In the meantime, let's go ahead and search the area for some cameras. And looks like there is a camera up on that building right there. So I'm going to go ahead and see if these guys can give us the camera footage. And if not, then we'll contact the courts. Alright, let's go ahead and head back to the car here. We'll get back out on patrol and wait for any more other information. Okay, so just got text back from the detective's office. They say that, oh, and we have shots fired. So it looks like we have shots fired at the Mega Mall. Alright, something that we don't. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna go ahead and hide in this alley here for a quick minute. Looks like the suspect vehicle may be stopped. Alright, looks like it continued. You okay?
Perfect.
Oh my god. Alright, so gotta be on the lookout here for the suspect. I'm gonna go and search the vehicle here and get it towed.
You guys see a black two-door pass by? Hey, officer. Officer.
Alright, we're gonna go in and get tow out for it. Alright, there we go. Tow's got it, so they're gonna send it to the impound and the detectives are gonna do further on it. Now we're gonna head back up to the car. I'm gonna put my rifle away and we'll go ahead and search the area, help the other unit search the area. Sounds like somebody has them. Let's see.
Sorry.
Yikes. Does he have a
I don't
pulse?
see the officer's body. I don't see his body.
Oh, he's in the car here. Hey, can you hear me, Matt? Oh my god, damn it. S.W. to the head.
We're gonna have to get Hey, it looks like these guys are going on a killing spree, so just be careful because they might come back at this location and try to do drive-by, so just have your guns out ready.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and get the dash cam.
And we're going lethal on these people.
You've got to be kidding me.
Alright, so I have the dash cam video right here. I'm gonna go and plug it into my laptop and my cruiser. Hopefully we can get something from it.
Did you call County Tow for the...
No, I didn't call tow if you want to call tow.
Are you done with these pictures? I believe County Tow is gonna come pick it up.
Yeah, I've got what I need.
Perfect.
Alright, go on and hop in. We're gonna get out of here.
What is he doing with the siren?
I say we just do
Why does he keep blaring it?
I really don't know. Why is he doing with the siren?
This will give me a headache.
Okay, yeah, it's giving up me a headache too.
So what you saw in these last two pursuits, I've been shooting from my vehicle with my handgun. It's a very, very rare occurrence, but these suspects been shooting at officers. Two officers have been transported. Well, one officer was transported to the hospital and one was killed because of these guys, so I don't take it lightly. When I've been shooting, I've usually been stopped or shit. God damn it. Ugh. I tried to get out as fast as I could to try to open fire on him. But unfortunately, I was going a little bit too fast and I tripped when I was trying to get out. This is some of the most annoying shit ever. When you try to get the suspect that's killed multiple people and they keep getting away. It's very, very frustrating, and obviously it's, they're a danger to all the officers, but they're also a danger to the public, especially the way that they're driving, going opposite lanes and all that. Alright, so here's just a little update on what happened. So basically, I ended up getting off duty at that point, so I was off my shift. They ended up capturing both the suspects. LAPD SWAT moved in on them and took care of them while in a pursuit. They actually pitted them with a Bearcat, blocked them in, and then they got them. So both of those suspects ended up going to jail. So that's good. Like this guy wants to do burnouts, so that's interesting. So we're gonna go and follow behind him and see if he does anything. Too illegal. One of my pet peeves that I have is intersections like these T intersections, where this lane right here, the lane that we're in, it's a red light, and legally speaking, we can't go, but no other vehicle can travel in this lane except for this lane. So it doesn't make sense. I would think that they could just put a barrier up to keep that lane constantly flowing. So that's a little one of my pet peeves, but hey, that's the law. I'll follow it and I'll enforce it. And I end up doing some radar because it's super slow. Oh my gosh. Hi, sir. No, I'm pulling you over today.
I don't know, man. Can you tell me?
Well, I'm pulling you over for failure to maintain lane, driving in opposite lanes, reckless driving, driving in a lane that is non-traveling, as well as
Oh, come on,
possibly under
man.
the influence of narcotics or alcohol.
Narcotics? Are you kidding me? I don't know that. I'm a pizza delivery boy. I don't do narcotics. It's not my thing. Come on, man. I got pizzas delivered. It's my job.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need to see your license, registration, proof of insurance. Is this vehicle a company vehicle or is it a private vehicle?
It's my own.
Ah, I figured. All right, so I'm gonna need to see license, registration, proof of insurance, please.
Yeah, man. Here you go.
You grab it yourself. You grab it yourself.
And can you just confirm the name for me, please? Sir, can you confirm your name?
It's on the license.
All right. So pulled him over for that list that I just said. Long, long list of charges. He's a pizza delivery man, so I'm gonna try to make this quick for him, run his stuff. Hopefully everything will come back all good, and if it is, then we'll be out of here. Sorry about that, sir. Our system was being a little slow there, so sorry for the wait. I just need to sign this ticket here. Just sign in that big box at the bottom there.
Yeah, okay. Here you go.
All right, there's your stuff back.
Is it good
You.
now? Am I good?
Yep, you're free to go.
I'm
Have a
I'm
nice
I'm
day.
I'm very
Drive
I'm very
safe.
sorry. I'm sorry about being bad and all. I'm sorry.
All right, drive safe.
Thank you, man. You too.
Okay, so that took longer than expected. Looks like our CAD was being a little slow. Tried to run his plate, wasn't working. Had to reset it and run it again, and it ended up working. Surprisingly, something that you might not think is that, the LSPD SWAT does traffic enforcement. But yeah, we do traffic enforcement. Normally we don't do a lot of it, but it does happen occasionally, and it happened right now because, we are law enforcement officers just like anybody else. And when there's not a super serious situation that requires SWAT specifically going, then we'll do other law enforcement duties, whatever we're required to do. So let's go ahead and head back out here and hit the streets. Oh,
That's what I was gonna say. Gotcha.
blue Charger, stop. Blue Charger, stop. Emma, we lost him. Stop! LSPD SWAT, you're not gonna win this. Stop! We have a helicopter overhead. They ain't gonna lose you. There's no sense in running. Can't go anywhere. Stop running, you're gonna get tased.
Taser deployed, taser deployed. 1 Echo 12, I taser deployed. Stay still, don't move. Put your hands up.
I have lethal, I have lethal.
Cameraman, you mind backing up a bit? Appreciate it. Alright.
Alright, do you want to move
wanna
in
move
for
in?
cuffs?
Alright, I'll move in. Don't move. Don't move. Stop moving.
Hey! What the?
Where'd he go?
That's a good question.
It's alright, melee trainer.
These buses out here playing a role, you feel me?
Taser deployed, taser deployed. Taser deployed. 1 Echo 12, taser deployed. Stay on the ground! God damn, you're gonna get tased again.
Ah. Ah. Shit.
Hey, it's your paperwork now.
Yeah, technically it was my paperwork the whole time because I was the initiating officer. Ah, lucky me. Is this a gate right here? It is, alright. Thank you. No problem. So, what's the deal here? Alright, so at this time you have to, you're gonna be under arrest for felony evasion, and other charges are possibly pending. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one and will be appointed to you. Do you understand the rights I've read to you?
Fuck you.
Alright, so did you steal that that Dodge Charger then?
No comment.
Uh-huh. Why are you wearing a mask and carrying a duffel bag and all that?
No comment.
You have something on you that I need to know about? Anything that's gonna poke, prick, or stick me?
No comment.
Is anything I'm gonna ask you gonna be no comment?
No comment.
Quite impressed with your tree climbing skills.
Yeah, seriously. You got up
Thank
there really
you.
fast.
I took gymnastics in school.
I mean, those tree climbing skills are taking you to jail now, so.
Yeah. Hey, I guess you learned something
Ah.
in school. I guess you didn't learn the big lesson though.
This isn't a playground. It's all yours. 12 to 1 Alpha 1.
Step in the back.
You got it? Got it?
You got a name, sir?
No comment.
What up, player? You read my
Alright, step out. Follow me. Alright, going to go through those doors, and they'll go ahead and book and process you. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright, so, today's patrol was fairly busy. Got a lot of variety of calls here from, that, shots fired, the initial shots fired calls, where we couldn't find anybody, destroyed fences, all that sort of stuff. And, then we had a chase. Shots fired during that chase and all that. Coming to enforce vehicle laws, parking laws. Got a guy who illegally parked his vehicle, so we ended up towing him. I called a patrol unit to tow him. We patrolled the Davis area mainly, high crime area, high gang area, so educated you guys hopefully about that a little bit, and hopefully we can do that again sometime, because that was great. And we had a couple chases. We had a 911 call of a stolen Charger. Ended up getting that Charger. Got a 1070, which means foot pursuit. So we got in a foot pursuit with him. We ended up getting him, and we just transported him to the station. So we got a large variety of calls tonight through the whole patrol shift. So hopefully you guys had some fun, and I'd love to do it again sometimes. Just let me know.
What you want, what you want, what you gonna